Hi guys, welcome to Mbali Talks, the channel that helps you to make a bit of extra money online all the way in the comfort of your home. Our channel, thank you so very much for stopping by. Please do join our community by hitting the subscribe button below, and if you've been with us since day one, thank you so very much for coming back. You guys are the reason this channel still is alive, so please do remember to hit the like button so that this video can keep showing up in the faces of people like yourselves. And also please always keep your channel notifications on so that you never miss out on any of the content that happens on this channel. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. In today's video, I want to share with you 7 different ways in which you can actually start a side hustle for yourself all the way in the comfort of your home. And guys, I know there's people that don't like doing surveys and all these other funny things that sometimes I recommend online that you can do to make a bit of extra money. So these are actually consistent and stable ways for you to be able to start an actual side business that can pay you all the way up to $200 per week. So the first side hustle that I'd like to recommend is actually one that is directed to people who feel like they are professionals, whether in the medical, IT, marketing, finance, etc. industries. This is an amazing way for you to make a bit of extra money every other week just by taking surveys. And I know when you think surveys, you think, oh my gosh, a couple of cents here and there. These are not cents, guys. This is actual real money, especially because this site requires you and your qualification for it to be able to operate. The site that I'm talking about is called respondent.io, which is basically a professional user site where they want professionals like yourself that are qualified in certain industries to be able to give them opinions and or feedback on the kind of tools and equipment and systems that you actually use at work every day. Respondent is willing to pay you anything from $15 all the way to $250, guys, for you to be able to just give a bit of your opinion when it comes to the kind of systems that you actually use at work. The reason I'm saying this is a site for professionals only is the fact that they do have a stringent application process where you need to show them that you're actually qualified. You need to submit your qualifications onto their website for them to be able to review. On top of that, you will only be able to take part in surveys that are in line with your qualification. Most of the surveys that I've seen have got to do with app testing, software developers, people that are in the medical fraternity, people that are in marketing and retail, and they're not just looking for like small-time people in these industries. They are literally looking for managers, they're looking for CEOs, they're looking for people that are actually behind the development of apps for them to be able to take the kind of surveys that are on respondent.io. The second way that you can actually create a side hustle for yourself online is something that I'm actually actively doing right now. This is to be a micro-influencer. I know that when you think of micro-influencing and or when you think of influencing in general, you think, oh my goodness, I need to have a lot of followers, I need a lot of people to like my post, I need to post every day, or I need to post nude. Oh my goodness. That is so not true, guys. If you follow me recently on Instagram and on Facebook, you're going to realize that as of last year, I literally started taking my micro-influencer business very serious because I started being deliberate about the kind of content that I'm posting. Not only that, I just started being someone who wants to be able to make a bit of extra money by increasing my streams of income into going to something like micro-influencing because I felt like my lifestyle and the way that I live my life is actually already mimicking what would ideally look like an influencer's profile. This is just to say that it's not so difficult for anyone to be a micro-influencer. There's different levels to being an influencer. You can be a nano-influencer, which is basically people with followers from 1,000 to 5,000. And then there's micro-influencers, which is the category that I now fall in, of people who have followers between 5 to 10,000. Then you have macro-influencers, which are like the big people that are posting and that need photographers every day. You and I are not those people. However, there's a lot of brands right now that are looking exactly for me and you. The reason I say there's a lot of brands that are looking for micro-influencers is the fact that brands do realize that when they use celebrities to do an ad, it's not really as forceful as it should be. Of course, it's going to get the celebrity a lot of likes, which ideally they would with or without the brand anyway. However, brands are now looking for people that are like you and me who seem more relatable, who are actually going to take the product and use it and give an actual active review. Whether the review is going to help them to be able to improve the product and or for them to be able to sell the product, we are the people that they're looking for right now. So if you have a following of, say, maybe, I don't know, 1,000 to 5,000 or 5,000 to 10,000, and even maybe a bit more. So long as you're still below the 500,000K mark, you're still in good standing for you to be able to make a career out of influencing. I will recommend 2 platforms that I think can help you for you to be able to get a job online as a micro-influencer. The first one is a platform that I also use, which is called the Salt Company. They're like an influencer, micro-influencer management company that you can find online via the link in my description box, and they work with you immediately without any lots of things of application as you're trying to get into their platform. And then what they do is to recommend different campaigns that you can actually participate on. You will be required to apply for the different campaigns. However, the more campaigns that you do, the more your CV grows in the micro-influencer space, the more brands are going to be willing to work with you, which is why you guys have been seeing me in a couple of different kind of campaigns online. The second platform that you can use to try and get jobs as a micro-influencer is an app called InTheHash. This is an app that you download on your phone that actually has a lot of the list of the brands and campaigns that are actually going on online right now that you can actually apply for. I do know that they require you to have a minimum of 5,000 users and or followers on your social media, and also for you to have followers that are actually engaging with your content for them to be able to grade you. Those are the 2 ways that they grade you, for them to be able to offer you up to the campaigns that are available on their app. With those 2 platforms, I do think that you have a chance at becoming a micro-influencer and or starting your micro-influencer career. And quite honestly, guys, I'm not yet making a lot of money from being a micro-influencer, but I just figure, like everything else, if you start small, you get big. And I do know that there's influencers right now, like macro-influencers, that literally get paid 25,000 Rand for them to just post a picture of themselves with the brand and or with the clothing of the brand. Who would not want that kind of money, guys? So it's definitely one of the side hustles that I would advise you to take. The third side hustle that you can actually start online right now and do all the way in the comfort of your home is something that I really am praying to God to help me to eventually start, guys. I know a lot of you have been asking me for this. I'm just trying to figure out where I can find the time in my schedule for me to be able to do it. But once I do, I will definitely be there. This is one-on-one coaching, guys. I just feel like if you have a certain skill, certain knowledge, a certain qualification that people are looking for. This could be in IT, this could be in accounting, this could be in the lawyering industry, this could be all the way to being a dietitian and or a personal trainer. You have the opportunity to start yourself a one-on-one coaching business. What I like about the life coaching business is the fact that you don't necessarily have to go out of your way for you to be able to get the kind of qualifications that you need for you to be able to start this kind of business. It's usually based on something that you're already doing, but you're probably doing it better than the rest of us, and therefore you can make a bit of extra money online by sharing with us this knowledge in the form of coaching. Most coaches do start with one-on-one sessions, which is basically you exchanging your time for money. However, as your business continues growing and as people start recognizing the good that your skill is actually giving them, they are more likely to recommend you to other people, which means you are going to start getting a bit bigger, which then comes into play the idea of actually creating an e-course in line with the things that you're actually teaching on your one-on-one coaching. There's different platforms that you can actually use for you to be able to create that kind of a course. I know a platform called Teachable, which I'm actually going to talk about as part of my points, because it's part of one of the side hustles that you can actually start besides just being a one-on-one coach, that you can actually use for you to be able to create a session for yourself or an e-course that people can now consistently buy online. It means that you, using your skills, can now actually be able to make a bit of extra money all the way in your sleep, because people are always going to be buying your course even when you're not available for one-on-one sessions. So again, if you're somebody who has a qualification and or a skill that you feel like you're doing better than the rest of us, my advice for you, start a side business as a one-on-one coach right now, especially because it no longer requires you to physically see people. You literally just set up online sessions via Zoom for 30 minutes or an hour, price them, and have people come to your platform. If you're really good at doing what you do, which you probably are, which is why I'm advising you to actually start this business, people are going to keep coming back and your business is going to start growing, which is why you're going to end up seeing that, you know what, I do not necessarily have time to sit down for one-on-one sessions anymore and trade money for time, and then you're going to be able to start an e-course, which is another way for you to be able to grow your one-on-one coaching business. The fourth side hustle that you can actually start all the way in the comfort of your home for you to be able to make a bit of extra money for yourself, especially if you're a professional with a full-time job, is Amazon Narration. You know how people do podcasts and talk and we listen to them while we're at gym? Amazon Narration works the same way. Amazon has a sister platform called audible.com, which is basically where people narrate the books that they've actually authored. However, sometimes authors do not have the time for them to be able to sit down with the book and narrate it, and or they may not have a lovely and clear voice like yours, so which is where you come in. Authors are willing to hire you from anywhere in the world for you to be able to narrate their book to other people, turning that actual book into an audiobook so that people like myself who don't have time to sit down with an actual book can actually use the narration while they are busy. The only thing you need for you to be able to work on audible.com is obviously for you to be able to apply on their platform using the link in the description box. You guys can check it out and do a bit of research for yourself. But I do think that this is an amazing job opportunity and or side hustle opportunity for someone who feels like, you know what, I'm not really sociable, I prefer spending my time in the house. You could actually be using that time in your house for you to not just sit on your couch, but to be able to make a bit of money for your bank by you being an Audible narrator. To start this kind of side hustle, you are going to be required to have a podcast microphone, which quite honestly is available anywhere, even on Amazon. Well, I buy a lot of my equipment on Amazon, which is why I'm probably recommending them. They're quick, they're easy, and they're fast, and they have a wide variety. If you feel like, you know what, I don't trust Amazon, not a problem. Takealot has a lot of these podcast microphones that you can actually check out, read the reviews, read other reviews online besides just on Takealot for you to be able to decide which one you think is going to work best for you. I do know that sometimes you will be required to also have a software that can obviously link that podcast microphone to your laptop so that it can actually record for you to be able to submit your audiobook audition. But I still believe that that is a small investment for you to make in order for you to be able to make a lifetime of money just by being a narrator and sitting comfortably in your home and reading books to people that people like me can actually listen to because we don't have time to sit down with an actual book. The next and fifth side hustle that you can actually start all the way in the comfort of your home is a great side hustle for people who actually feel like, you know what, I would actually like to get paid doing what I love. Not only that, with all the unemployment rate that is going on around us, people taking pay cuts, etc., this is an actual opportunity for you to be able to create a career in the digital marketing space where jobs are opening up everywhere. This side hustle is for you to start a business as an Instagram reel maker. Right? I know. When you think of Instagram reel makers, you think content creators, you think influencers, etc. But quite honestly, based on everything that I've seen online on Instagram recently, everybody is a reel maker. I mean, I recently made a reel on my experience with the MTN bushfire recently, and it went a bit viral than I thought, because I thought to myself, this is an experience that everyone should actually participate in. Imagine if that platform had actually paid me for me to be able to do a reel like that. I would have made tons of money. Hint, hint, MTN, please do pay me. However, the reason why I say this is a good side hustle for anyone who wants to do it all the way in the comfort of your home is for two reasons. Firstly, there's a lot of small brands and or businesses that are looking for marketing content but just don't have the time and or creativity for them to be able to produce. Secondly, it allows you to be able to get a lot of free products and or services that you probably use every day. Beauty products, health products, food products, etc. So this is definitely a job and or side hustle that I would recommend for somebody to try out if they're trying to make a bit of extra money online. All you have to do for you to be able to be an Instagram reel maker, of course, it's for you to be able to start creating your content on Instagram to mimic someone who's actually trying to make a business out of it. That basically means make sure that the content that you're taking and curating is in line with good quality standards. The music that you use is actually enjoyable. So then you can start approaching small brands to say, hey guys, please hire me as an Instagram reel maker for your brand. I know that starting a business like content creation can feel a bit weird and or just a bit too much, in the sense that sometimes you don't even know how much to charge. There is a platform that I would recommend called Social Blue Book. I do know that they do cost just a bit of amount of money for them to be able to provide the service to you, but Social Blue Book basically allows you to be able to input all your social media URLs, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. And then they sort of do like a calculation to be able to tell you how much you should be charging for a post, for a picture, for a video, for a story, etc. I just think that this is a great way for someone who's never done anything into content creation for them to be able to know how much to charge. And if you feel like, you know what, maybe you don't want to pay Social Blue Book, but you have a follower rate of about 1,000 to 5,000 followers and or 5,000 to 10,000 followers, you can decide to say, you know what, I'm offering up my services for say maybe 500 Rand a reel. That's a small amount for a business to be able to pay for it to be able to get exposure and also for it to be able to get content that they can also post on their own platform. Because once you become an Instagram reel maker, the content is not yours. Of course, you can post it on your own stories or on your own feed as a way to promote the business, but you send that reel to the actual brand business and allow them to be able to use it in their marketing content on their own specific Instagram page. Again, I do think that this is one of those businesses that I would definitely be interested in doing if I had the time on my hands right now. Being an Instagram reel maker is another way for you to be able to make a side hustle online, so I'd definitely look into that. The sixth one is a way for you to be able to make money as a side hustle online if you're a professional, and also to be able to make money in your sleep is a way that I actually kind of mentioned at the beginning of this video, but this is different. This is for you to create an e-course and actually put it online. There's multiple platforms that you can actually use. I do know that Teachable is actually a platform that allows you to be able to create a course, guide you, review the course until it's ready for you to be able to obviously put it out on the market. The other places that you can actually use for you to be able to market and or sell that e-course is online, like Skillshare, Fiverr, Upwork. These are all places where you can share the skills that you have in the form of an e-course and let people buy it each and every day. Based on my research, and if your course is actually very good and it's something that people are actually looking out for, then you could easily make $100 a day online, guys, of people every day buying your course. So it's definitely one of the things I'd recommend, together with the other point that I made for you to be able to be a one-on-one coach. So you can just put those 2 points together, get all the information that you need, do a bit of research for yourself, and start that e-course right away. The last and final way for you to create a side hustle for yourself online from anywhere in the world, and especially in the comfort of your home, is a place that I will keep recommending until I see more of you take me serious, guys. And this is for you to create a YouTube channel just like this one, where you're going to be sharing information and or skills that you know. It's very easy for you to be able to set up a YouTube channel, guys. Like, it's literally not rocket science. I'm literally using a ring light, which I have had since 2020 when I decided to start the channel. I have a microphone, which I bought from Cameraland a couple of years ago as well. I think together the microphone probably cost me like 1,000, 1.2 at the time. I'm not sure now. Now I am using a Sony VZ camera for me to be able to do these videos, but before I was using an old DSLR type of camera, which if you don't have cameras, you can easily just use your phone to start your channel. Also, you can always use different apps for you to be able to edit your videos so that they are ready for you to be able to post them. It's really not that hard, guys. But if, like me, you feel like you have unfair advantages that you can actually use, then you can hire someone as amazing as Bianca for them to be able to edit your videos every week. What I like about YouTube is the fact that you can make money in different ways. First of all, you make money through AdSense, which is basically the money that Google is going to pay you for you being able to have a platform like YouTube where people can run ads while your content is playing. Secondly, you can decide to sell products on a platform like YouTube, have a subscription and or a membership going on where people are actually able to buy any merchandise that you have. For example, like this clothes that I have, some of the clients that I've actually found online were people who spotted something that I was wearing in a video and they asked me about it via DMs, and I'd easily tell them, oh, this is from Fashion-Couture. Some people who don't even have a clothing brand like me literally sell t-shirts and mugs and diaries online on a platform like YouTube where they actually have space to showcase those products. So that's another way for you to be able to make money on YouTube. Thirdly, you can literally turn your business into a coaching business. And this is how a lot of the YouTubers, especially those that are into finance and or education, make their money. You create an online course, just like we spoke about in the previous point, and you become famous for being known as a YouTuber that actually has a course that people can buy and or benefit from. There's a lot of content on the internet right now, guys, and like I said, because of the unemployment rates that are going on that we're experiencing, also the fact that people are taking pay cuts, and also the fact that everything is going up, right now is the time for you to be able to take advantage of opportunities in the digital creation space. Another thing that I like about YouTube is the fact that the minute you make the videos and you put them online, you can make money anytime, any day, all the way in your sleep, because each and every day, everywhere around the world, people are always on the internet trying to search for the kind of information that you could easily offer on a YouTube channel. So if this part of the video is something that you've actually liked and something that you've been thinking about, like starting a YouTube channel, please do let me know in the comment section below and just say, please give us more YouTube content, and I'm going to come back here and share with you guys how you can actually start a channel, why you should start a channel, the hacks and the tricks that I've also learned on the business and that I'm still learning also as well as a YouTuber that can help you to avoid some of the mistakes that I made when I was starting out, so that your channel can even be more successful than mine is right now. I want to help you to be able to create that side hustle that you don't have to think about and wake up every day in the morning to go and stress about, and just have it online, because the world everywhere, especially since the lockdown, is literally headed online. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much for sticking by. I do hope that you will consider all of these 7 side hustles that I've shared with you today as ways for you to be able to make money all the way in the comfort of your home. Also guys, please do remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already joined our community, just to show me that you really like this kind of content. And also please do remember to hit the like button so that this video can keep showing up in the faces of people like yourselves who can actually use this kind of content, so that we can all find ourselves with a bit of a side hustle that can actually help us to make a bit of coin for our bank. Otherwise, thank you so very much for sticking to the end of the video. I'm going to see you on the next Mbali Talks video. Cheers.